So, I've got a book launch this Friday. Look at the state of my hair. But yeah, we have a book launch this Friday in Manchester. I'm going to tell you what the police have been doing. I've been trying to liaise with the police for 3 months to do regards to this book launch. So I've contacted multiple other police officers and police forces to try and get a liaison contact with Manchester Police, who have just blanked us the whole time. They've been contacted by the venue multiple times where we're having the book launch, multiple times. They've said everything's okay, everything's fine. 3 days before the book launch, the police then go to the venue with licensing and tell them that their licence, basically your licence will be under review. Basically threatening them and intimidating them that if they pursue withholding my book launch, then they'll lose their licence. That's basically the threat coming from the police. Now, this isn't the police's job. The police's job is to uphold law and order, to make sure there's a safe environment for people to exercise their rights and freedoms. My right and my freedom was to hire a venue, privately hire a venue. I've privately hired 50 badged security for the venue. We've privately hired dogs. We've privately hired everything for this venue. In this venue, we have 1,000 people. 1,000 people attending Manchester this Friday night. And then what the police have done is they've scared shitless the ownership. They've gone to the owners, they've gone to the venue owners, the managers, and they've basically intimidated them, which is basically what's gone on. So there's a meeting now at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock today. So what I want the police to know and want everyone else to know, say they have managed to scare this other venue into cancelling. If they are successful in doing it, every single person who's bought a ticket will be refunded their money for their ticket. What I will then do is I will set up location this Friday night in Manchester City Centre. I'll let you all know where, because I've got all your email addresses. All the 1,000 people who bought. This is an absolute piss take on free speech. It's a piss take on our rights and freedoms. And it's intimidation by the police. We live in a police state, unless any of you didn't already know that. Okay? Muslims can hold seminars in whatever conference halls they want. They can have radical preacher after radical preacher. They can incite violence. They can incite homophobia. They can incite what they want. They get venues. The police don't do this. The police don't terrify them. The police don't do that to them. They do it to us. They try and stop our speech, try and stop our free speech. And the question I'd have for Manchester Police is, would you rather a safe environment, which is what we have, for people to exercise these rights, or do you want 1,000 people on the streets? I think you're answering your own question with what the police's tactics, but what I will not allow to happen is, if people have booked hotels, keep going with your hotels, because I'm still going to Manchester. I'm still going to be in Manchester on Friday night. I'm still going to give every single person, if this cancels today, I'm going to give every single one of you a free signed copy of my book, Muhammad's Quran, Why Muslims Kill for Islam. You will get that free in Manchester City this Friday night. So if this venue cancels, even if you didn't have a ticket, come along, right? Come along. I'll give you your free signed book. I'll be in Manchester City Centre this Friday night. I'll let everyone know where. I'll live stream and tell you where I'm going to be. I've got a van full of books. I've got thousands of books. So the police can then police this event. They will then have to police the fact that people are going to come for their books, because they have scared a venue into cancelling. That's what, if they're successful in doing that. I'm sorry, if I'm just infuriated. I'm infuriated that Muslims can hold any venue they want in this country. They can incite violence. They can incite hatred. They can lead. One mosque in Manchester has had 19 terrorists come from it. One mosque. Yet the police don't try and shut that down, do they? They don't take away their. They don't try and stop them. They try and take away the licence of the venue because they're going to hold my event. But that's it. We're in a police state. But if that does happen, all I want to ask you, if you've got a ticket, still come. Still come to Manchester. I'll join you for a drink all night in the city centre. We all will. Yeah? So still come. I hope that you'll find out very soon if this cancels. If it does cancel, then please still come to Manchester. You will still get your free signed copy of my book, which will be free then. It could be better for you if it cancels. You'll get a refund on your ticket, and then you'll get a free book. And then we'll enjoy a drink in Manchester City Centre. So, see you all Friday. Either way, I'll see you all Friday night in Manchester. Friday early evening, Friday night, whatever. I'm just infuriated with the police. And in fact, what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing the Chief Inspector's name, details and everything that has resulted in this happening, because any problems that's come from this are because of his intimidation tactics, the licensing officer's intimidation tactics. That's where this comes from. This comes from nowhere else. So we don't want that. We want a safe environment. We want a safe place to hold our book launch. We want to meet away from the streets. We want to be inside a venue in a secure environment with security, with police, with metal detectors, with everything, so that we can exercise our rights freely. But Manchester Police don't want that. So we're in Manchester. See, the event at the minute, we're keeping a secret for where it is. It's in Manchester, 5 minutes from the city centre. Yeah? If this cancels, then we will be, I'll let you know where I'll be. Maybe Piccadilly Gardens, who knows? Anywhere in Manchester city centre. And I also, because of Manchester Police's tactics on this, then this won't be one thing on a Friday night. This will be continued, because their attack on our opportunity and their attack on free speech and their attack on people's rights. You all right, mate? Sorry. Yeah. Having a little rant. The European Union, tell me about it. And the police working for them. But it's we are like living in the Soviet Union. This is not like Britain. Everything I've ever tried to do, they try and stop. That's not their job. Even down to, even down to my wedding. The day of my wedding, the night before, all the men go for a meal, yeah? They went into the venue that we were having the meal and told them to cancel. Fucking police state. Anyway, that's it. You'll be hearing very soon if it's on or if it's off. I hope it's still on, so we have a safe environment to do this. If it's off, I'm still coming Manchester. I'll bring all my books with me. I'll plot up in the city centre. Come along, meet me, get your books, and let's have a beer in the city. And it'll be the police's doing.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.